You know, I wanted to go last, but they were afraid I wouldn't live to the end of the show. At 76, I don't think of myself as old. I didn't do anything to get to be this age except keep on breathing. As I said, I don't think of myself as old. I'm used. I am like a classic car, well maintained, only driven on the weekends. When you start me up, I backfire. Not enough, I have the tremors. Yeah, my hands shake, but it's no big deal. My husband likes it. Oh yeah, he gives me caffeine before we go to bed. Ladies, if you had hands like mine, you'd save a lot of money on batteries. You know, speaking of that, I don't understand young women today, your use of vibrators. Oh, back in my day, we used a different device. We called it a man. By the time I was 25, I thought I knew everything there was to know about getting screwed. Then I went to work for Bank of America. Now, at my age, it's difficult to get a young, hard-bodied man to kiss me. So I go to the swimming pool and pretend I'm drowning. You know, sometimes when I'm out goofing off with friends my age, I can see the young people looking at us and I know they're thinking, how can you be laughing and having fun? Don't you know you're almost dead? Well, I say that's the reason we are laughing and having fun. We're not going to have to put up with the millennials much longer. Oh. They are always out there complaining or protesting. And I finally found out why. They are the first generation that's having less sex than their parents. That millennials are having less sex than any generation in the past 60 years. I complain too. And I think that's why they do such silly things sometimes. They drink water. Yeah. I mean, if water was so good for us, why the safety caps on it? Oh, the only thing harder to open than a water bottle is a virgin's legs. Don't always think things through. So I'm going to give you all a word of advice. When the police stop you, if they ask any alcohol or drugs, do not say no thanks, I've got plenty. Oh, and the last thing is, a lot of millennials are vegans. Are any of you vegans? I hope not. Because I think the only thing vegans are good for is to teach the rest of us what plants are poisonous. Oh, question, how can you tell if a person's a vegan? Oh, don't worry, they'll tell you. I'm a vegan, I wouldn't eat meat. That's so cruel to the animals. Well, I say if you care that much for the animals, why do you eat all of their food? Oh, and besides that, vegans are bad for the environment because they eat beans. A lot of you know. Eat beans, get gas, methane gas contributes to global warming, and scientists now think that global warming is a leading cause of documentaries. Now, I don't want to give you the wrong idea. Unlike young people, if it weren't for them, us seniors wouldn't have anything to complain about. And besides that, they're a good source of replacement organs. Now, I don't like strangers knowing my business. But by now, I think of you all as friends, so I'm going to tell you a secret. When I talk about sex, I don't use the euphemism slept with. Everybody knows what you're saying if you do that. I use the word shop. When I was young, I used to go shopping all the time. Oh, sometimes I went shopping 2-3 times a day. I was a regular shopaholic. I went shopping with friends. It's safe, it's comfortable, you've been to the store before, you know the merchandise is clean. I went shopping with co-workers. That can lead to lawsuits at the office. Oh, sometimes I even went to bars and went shopping with strangers. Bad idea, you never know what you're going to get. You may get somebody who shops too fast. Or somebody who shops too rough and damages the merchandise. And sometimes you get someone who can't even find the door to the store. Oh, now I understand you young people. Sometimes you stay home, shop alone, using the internet. I had to do it the old-fashioned way with magazines and catalogs. Now that I'm older, truth is I would rather shop alone. I know what I'm looking for and I know exactly where to find it. But I'm married, so sometimes I have to take my husband shopping. Yeah, he usually finishes before I do. And I'm sure you all know once a man finishes shopping, there is no keeping him in the store. So he goes home, I still have to finish shopping alone. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, by the way, if you're a politician, never go shopping with your staff. Too close to home for some people around here, isn't that? Now, I have an ex-husband. I nicknamed my ex-husband Diaper Rash. Well, he was irritating, hard to get rid of, and he usually came when I wasn't prepared. I divorced him when he began to give me the willies. Will he come home? Will he be sober? Will he stop breathing? Oh, I should have known we were incompatible because, you see, I'm a Gemini. He's an alcoholic. In his defense, I did not realize he was an alcoholic until I stopped drinking. Now, despite it all, I was thinking about keeping him, but I didn't like the way he smelled after 6 days in the trunk of my car. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I'm guessing a few of you are happy that California legalized weed. Well, I have a news flash for you. You're not the first generation to smoke weed. Oh no, it's people from my generation. Lenny Bruce, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix. They made it cool to do drugs. Oh, there's wannabes today. Lindsay Lohan, Charlie Sheen. But they're never going to be cool, and I'll tell you why. They didn't die. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I began smoking weed back in 1962, BC. Oh, that's before crank. You know, my parents actually sent me to charm school so I could learn to say thank you very much rather than, are you shitting me? To Governor Brown for still insisting on some of his pet projects, thank you very much. To our federal legislature for being so dysfunctional, thank you very much. To the police for stopping me for speeding while I was under the influence of pot, bull. Only thing I ever did fast stoned was open a bag of chips. As I said, you ought to thank my generation. You should thank us for making weed acceptable to the masses. You should thank my generation for free love. And you should thank my generation for herpes. You know, back when I was dating, I used to hate it when a man broke up with me and then said, I hope we can still be friends. No. Asking somebody you're dumping to still be friends is like a kidnapper asking his victim to keep in touch. I'm going to let you go now, but I want you to remember the good times we had. I untied your hands so you could feed yourself. Keep in touch. Be sure to tweet. You know, I remember the first time my husband and I went shopping. Afterwards, we turned to each other and almost in unison said those three magic words. What's your name? Well, I'm going to leave you with this thought. As the years go by, I hope each and every one of you gets to be as old as I am. In fact, I hope all of us get to be a lot older than this. And every time you have a birthday, you just look right in the eye and you say, hey, age, you can take my looks. You can take my memories, but you can't take my virginity. Thank you very much.